We turned the former mayor's house in San Francisco into an AI movie studio for 8 days to create 4,000 videos with a single click. We're gonna show you how we pushed AI video further than anyone thought possible. And at the end, I'm even gonna show you a few tips and tricks about how to pull this off for your own brand or channel. The entire thing got started when the head of R&D at a prominent technology company called me with a crazy request.
We need 4,000 videos for our app. One video for every single company on the stock market, created from scratch.
But how did we get here? 10 years ago, I was in college running a small company on the side doing real estate videos for brokers like Sotheby's and Heritage. I walked into a philosophy class one day and the teacher said something that struck me down to the ground.
In this exact spot, 60 years ago, the word artificial intelligence was invented.
So of course, this was 2015 and no one knew why this was so important. And then
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
An online tool called ChatGPT.
What is ChatGPT?
When ChatGPT first came out, it was extraordinary.
This will be the greatest technology humanity has yet developed.
One video for every single company on the stock market.
Let's get to work. There was no way I could pull this off alone. So the first thing I did was pull together my team. This is Orestes.
My name is Orestes Yukuropi.
He was the most talented engineer I knew from college and the first person to join. This is Edu.
Yeah, Eduardo Faraday.
Our third co-founder and all-around hustler. He's also great with motion design. Now we needed some serious funding, so I started reaching out to investors. The process seemed hopeless until we met Hard, managing partner at the $600 billion investment firm Y Combinator. The firm is famous for being the first check into companies like Airbnb and Reddit. From there, things really started to roll, and we ended up raising $5.9 million, including from 3 different billionaires, the most famous tech investor of all time, and even a Grammy award-winning artist. Now we had no excuse not to succeed. Next, we brought in 4 of the most talented software engineers I've ever met.
My name's Egeman Shahin.
My name is Jackson Barnes.
I'm James. I'm a founding engineer at AIvideo.com.
Since we had way bigger dreams than just this one project, we also needed a domain name. How about AIvideo.com? Yeah, that should work. Finally, we needed an office, and so we rented the former mayor's house in San Francisco and got to work turning it into a totally new kind of studio. Now we were ready to get started. So I met up with the team and discussed our plan to generate 4,000 videos with a single click.
That's a lot of videos.
It was crazy, of course, but I was so excited.
Felt actually confident that we can do it right away because that's one of the key advantages of making clips automatically.
Can't imagine, how this would even be possible before AIvideo.com, right? I started just creating different concepts for them, like different art styles, trying to match their brand as much as possible. Yeah, I was really focused on making the system reliable, right? As we talked about scaling up to 4,000 videos.
So we did a lot of exploration for the aesthetics and also from a technical perspective, how we can reliably achieve the aesthetics that we want.
Finally, we had some samples and we were ready to show them to the client. So we got on a call to present our work and I was so excited. So the call started off great, but then reality sunk in. This was a complicated company, sophisticated company in a highly regulated environment. And if they were going to use AI for this project, it had to be perfect. Honestly, we thought the project might be dead. I mean, if all the work we had put in so far wasn't enough, it wasn't clear what we actually could do. So I broke the news to the team and they were crushed. I think we need some help. After looking through my contacts, I knew exactly who to call. That's my friend Alberto. He's the CEO of the highly successful software company InvoFox and one of my favorite people to turn to for advice. And the customer just keeps asking for more and more and more. Like, how do you handle that in your business?
Normally you have to set a very clear expectation.
Dude, how are you? What's up, guys?
That's my friend Brody, a Google sales executive that's closed multi-million-dollar deals with some of the top companies in Silicon Valley.
So I think in terms of image consistency, imagine version 3, the new version just came out last week.
It became totally clear that to actually pull off this crazy goal of generating 4,000 videos reliably at scale, the tools we were using and the way we were going about it simply would not be enough. We were going to have to create new tools and new technology and a whole new way of operating that had simply never been tried before. We teamed up with professional editors to make the perfect building blocks for their series. We remade all the styles, all the transitions, and all the branding until it had that authentic human touch. Then it was time to scale. Turns out that's extremely difficult too. While creating a few samples through a somewhat manual process isn't too hard, setting up a pipeline that can reliably and accurately generate 4,000 videos in a single batch without factual errors, branding mistakes, glitches, or weird visual artifacts is something that simply hasn't been done before. So we customized and rebuilt our entire automation pipeline around this one single customer. Finally, we were ready. So we delivered a batch of 34 samples, and that's when we got the good news. They loved it, and they were ready to scale up production. Finally, all our hard work had paid off. I'm thrilled to announce that today we are launching all the key elements from this project directly in our product. That means everything you saw here today is achievable by you at home for your own brand or channel. We love making art. We love working with artists, but not all day, every day. Not when the mood isn't right. AIvideo.com is the only product that gives you control when you want it and automation when you don't.